highlights from today's Class 5A state championship between the Rebels and the Red Dogs, plus highlights of all of last night's small school semifinal games, including Rivercrest at Nashville and Junction City at Harding Academy. Plus, we'll take you to Searcy to meet this week's Scholar Athlete of the Week and up to Newport, where a Greyhound cheerleader is this week's Spirit Student of the Week. Highlights, pregame pep talks, postgame reaction, and more. All in the next 30 minutes. All on Hooten's Arkansas Football.
Let's take it to him.
You stuck it to him and you won it.
This is our time of the year.
Hello and welcome to Hooten's Arkansas Football, Arkansas's only statewide high school football show. And we are down to the end now. We will be showing you highlights of the semifinal games from the smaller schools down at Warren and Nashville last night, also up at Danville and Harding Academy. We'll show you the semifinal games of those smaller schools in just a few minutes. But tonight we're going to start with today's state championship game in Class 5A. It was the Springdale Red Dogs against the Fort Smith Southside Rebels. And that's where we'll begin 30 minutes of high school football fun tonight on Hooten's Arkansas Football.
Take the fight to the Bulldogs and keep it there all day long. All day. 48 minutes of it. We talk about it all year long. 5A West football, here it is again. These games are won in the fourth quarter. Virtually every one of them are won down the stretch. Not losing heart and staying focused, and that's the main thing.
That's Fort Smith Southside coach Barry Lunny getting his Rebels ready for the top-ranked Springdale Bulldogs in today's Class 5A state championship game. In the first quarter of this one, Springdale's Brandon Martinez looks to pass, and Southside's Clifton Calvert intercepts the ball. He returns it for the first touchdown of the game, and Southside was up 7-0. But Springdale would answer with a long drive, but would have to settle for a field goal to cut the lead to 7-3. Southside would extend its lead with John Thomas on the play fake to Scott Eady and throw it up for grabs. Slick Shelley comes down with the ball and goes into the end zone for the touchdown. Slick and Southside go on to win it all in Class 5A. Final score, Rebels 17, Springdale 10. Back on July the 4th, when Hooten's Arkansas Football magazine hit the stands, Springdale was ranked number 1 and Fort Smith Southside was number 3. That was more than 5 months ago. This is how they finished today. Russellville did not win the 5A West Conference like coaches voted it to, but the Cyclones did advance to the playoff semifinals for the first time in school history. Cabot finishes the year at number 4, and West Memphis should be stout again next season. Conway's number 6, then it's Northside, Pine Bluff, El Dorado, and Bryant at number 10. Jonesboro won 9 games this year. The Hurricane are followed by Little Rock Central, McClellan, Jacksonville, and Texarkana, which lost its first 5 games but still made the playoffs. At Fayetteville, more than 20 applications have been received for the head coaching job, including one very impressive out-of-state candidate. Bentonville won the state championship last year. The Tigers finished at number 17 this season. Then it's Lake Hamilton, Watson Chapel, and Searcy, which finished the year with a 7-3 record but didn't make the playoffs.
Now the Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week.
If Searcy running back Jonathan Woodruff wasn't busy enough in the classroom and on the field, he also interns at a local hospital, all while holding down a 3.6 GPA.
You may think all this comes easy to Jonathan, but he'll be the first to tell you it takes a lot of hard work.
I have to study a whole lot, like algebra, all kinds of math. It's terrible. It's a struggle, but you just got to keep reading and studying, I guess.
Always time well spent. Congrats to Jonathan Woodruff, the Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week.
Thanks a lot, Mark, and congratulations to Jonathan Woodruff, our Marine Scholar Athlete of the Week. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football. Highlights from last night's Class 3A semifinal games are next.
Brought to you by Sonic.
Hit the sign on your way out. No fear, no excuses. No fear, no excuses. We're not scared of nobody, and no matter what happens, we don't have an excuse. We're going to do whatever it takes to get the job done, but what the main thing tonight is, we're going to make sure that we take these seniors out the right way. We're going to make sure to take these seniors out the right way. I want all my seniors right.
That's Bo Hembry, conductor of the Lumberjack Train, who's had a great ride with 20 seniors playing their final game last night at Jim Hurley Stadium in Warren. The Lumberjack seniors had not lost a game at home during their varsity career and jumped on visiting Prescott in a hurry last night. Sophomore quarterback Aaron Rao is playing well for Warren, throwing it to guys like All-American Brett Smith can make you look good. Smith takes it all the way down to the 1-yard line before Prescott's senior safety Joe Stewart brings him down. On the next play, Smith lines up at quarterback and scores on the sneak. And Warren led just like that, 7-0. Prescott would try to answer with a nice drive. But on 4th and goal, the Curly Wolves junior quarterback Zach Martin passes to the end zone for Jason Butler, but it falls incomplete, and Warren holds on to its lead. And if you think after this year the Lumberjack ride might be over, think again. Check out these two sophomores. It's Rao hooking up with classmate Daryl Adams for a 30-yard gain. And that would set up the touchdown. Better give it to one of those seniors. They deserve it. It's Terrence Ingram going in for the score. Ingram had 91 yards on 14 carries against Prescott. His touchdown made it 14-0. He would run for another one before halftime, and Warren led it 28-0 at the break. And the Lumberjack seniors go out with another win at Warren to finish their career 23-0 at home over the past 3 years. Next Saturday at noon, the Lumberjacks will try to repeat as Class 3A state champs, while Prescott's Cinderella season ends with an 11-3 record. Final score, Warren Lumberjacks 42, Prescott 14.
You don't get this opportunity very often, guys. There's 60 other teams that like to be sitting right here, right now, but there's not. There's 4 of us left, and you're one of them, and you're one of them. If we can't go out and play for that, we can't play for anything. And I know you can, because I've seen you do it. And that's what we're here for. You're on the hill. You're at your place. You know what to do. You know how to do it. Let's go do it tonight. Grab somebody.
The Hill in Nashville was overflowing with tradition last night as the Scrappers made their 9th appearance in the quarterfinals in the past 11 seasons. And visiting Rivercrest made its 21st consecutive playoff appearance. And the teams didn't disappoint the crowd, combining for 41 first-half points. After a Nashville turnover, Rivercrest speedster Cedric Vaughn finds a seam for a 29-yard touchdown and a 7-0 Rivercrest lead. For Nashville, it was time to free Willie Hobson, that is. Willie Hobson, the senior, kept 2 scoring drives with short runs, including this 6-yarder that put Nashville up 14-7. But the Colts can run, and they did it all night long. Responding to Nashville, that's Vaughn again going untouched. 73 yards on the kickoff return. That would tie it up at 14, and we've got a ball game. On the next series, Rivercrest will get the ball back at its own 4-yard line, though, after this impressive pick by Marcus Arnold. And check this out. That's the fullback, folks. Zach Logan getting loose this time. He's going to go 96 yards. Logan would rush for 131 on the night, and the Colts went up 20-14. But here comes Willie and the boys. Hobson goes 9 yards to cap a 10-play drive, and Nashville took a lead into halftime, 21-20. And these two Class 3A heavyweights continued to trade punches in the second half. Rivercrest quarterback Matthew Harden on the keeper, and here comes Hobson, scoring his 4th touchdown of the game. Nashville was up 28-26. But this one hurt. After a Murphy Smith field goal, it's Vaughn getting loose and outrunning Nashville for a 71-yard touchdown. That's his 3rd of the game, and the Colts are in control in the 4th quarter. Nashville would cut the lead to 36-34 as Hobson powers in, but time was running out on Nashville. This 26-yard Drew Curtis pass to Justin Soles gave the Scrappers a chance, but in the final seconds, Jesus Hernandez's 20-yard field goal sails wide left, and Rivercrest is headed to Little Rock for the first time since 1992. Final score, Colts 36, Nashville 34.
Pretty much, we've been a 1-2 punch team with Cedric and Zach. Both of them run the ball equally well. And they really come on since the Gosnell game. We had a little letdown there and got beat in the conference, but they really bonded together these last few weeks.
Me and Cedric been doing it all year, like you said, the 1-2 punch. And we know we can come and move the ball. We just knew we had to stop the offense. You know, got a couple breaks here and there, but we knew we can move the ball on them.
Oh yeah, we knew from practice this week, that we had to come out hard, and that's what we did tonight. A line block for me and Zach, and we just did the rest.
And here is look at Hooten's Arkansas football Class 3A rankings. Warren has been our #1 team since July, and the Lumberjacks are back in the state title game for the second straight season. Rivercrest is headed to War Memorial Stadium for the first time since 1992. Gosnell is #3, even though the Pirates lost last week. Remember, Gosnell beat Rivercrest by 4 touchdowns in the regular season finale. Nashville finishes the year at #4. The Scrappers must feel a big boy next year with the graduation of Willie Hobson. Prescott's #5. The Curly Wolves will return almost half of their starters next year and should be favored to win the 7 AAA. Ozark starts the second 5. The Hillbillies graduated most of their skilled players. Newport will be dangerous next year as running back Fred Brown and most of the linemen return. Star City's #8 and Pulaski Academy is 9. The Bruins should be highly regarded next year with quarterback Adam Thrash back for his senior season. Boonville has won 37 games over the past 3 years and finishes this season at #10. Then it's the Redskins in Berryville. Pulaski Oak Grove at #13. The Hornets lose a lot of good skill players this year. Dover's 14, then it's Brinkley. Greenland is #16. Greenland played at Rivercrest in the second round of the playoffs and led the Colts by 10 points in the fourth quarter. Dollarway finishes the year at #17. The Cardinals lost to Warren just 7-0 the fourth week of the season. Truman's 18th, and then it's Ashdown. The Panthers have won or shared consecutive 7 AAA titles and return all their skilled players next season.
Now, the sports medicine tip of the week from Martin Bowen Hepley. Now, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, brought to you by First Security Bancorp.
Guys, you got to this point playing with great intensity, but you also played with great class and great character. We're proud of you for that. Keep that going tonight.
That's Mount Ida's classic coach Frank Stapleton, who returned to his hometown of Danville last night for a semifinal showdown between the Lions and the Little Johns. Danville came into the game with a perfect 13-0 record and turned on the hometown crowd early with a nice scoring drive. Senior quarterback Joe Short passed to Chris Woods, and 2 plays later, it's tailback Dustin Danner cutting back and heading 36 yards for the touchdown and a 7-0 Danville lead. Mount Ida would come back on its next series and tie it up. Senior running back Randy Ty breaks loose, and he's going to outrun the Little Johns to the end zone. That made it 7-7, and we're still in the first quarter. But it would stay that way until just after halftime. That's when Danville would march 68 yards for a touchdown. Short would keep it for a 27-yard score and a 13-7 Danville lead. In the fourth quarter, Mount Ida fumbled a punt, setting up Danville for another touchdown. Danner made it 19-7 with this 4-yard run, and Mount Ida was in trouble, but tried to rally with quarterback Josh Ellison passing over the middle to Tim Moreland, who comes down hard, and Danville's defense would clamp down after that to preserve the win and the Little Johns' perfect record. Final score, Danville 19, Mount Ida 7.
The offensive line did a great job during the second half. The defense stepped up big time, and when they do that, that's what happens. We go to the rock.
Harding Academy has been Hooten's Arkansas football top-ranked team all year in Class 2A with an explosive offense leading the Wildcats. But last night against visiting Junction City, it was Harding's defense that set the tone early. Harding lineman Kyle Myers gets in the backfield, forces and recovers the fumble. And the offense said thanks a lot with a 6-play drive. Harding quarterback Caleb Keys finds Craig Kell in the flat, and Kell will get the first down before he's sandwiched by the Dragon defense. That sets up running back Bradley Watkins coming up with the 4-yard touchdown run, and Harding led it 7-0. Then the Wildcats defense came up big again. That's Jordan Huckabee with the perfect hit in the back, and Josh Eckhorn grabs the interception. But the Wildcat offense couldn't do anything with the turnover, and after a punt, Junction City looked to have an answer. Quarterback Philip Davis breaks this long run, but penalties would follow. On 4th and goal from the 16-yard line, Kell comes up and sniffs out the option pitch, but Junction would get another chance. Harding's offense turns the ball right back over. Keys is intercepted by Brandon Carter. He weaves his way, fights and churns his legs all the way down to the Harding 5-yard line. And on the next play, it's going to be senior running back Justin Wood punching it in for the Junction City touchdown. The 2-point conversion would fail, however, and Harding maintained a 7-6 lead. A little bit later, Harding would add to its lead up 14-6 when Keys and company go to work again. Keys finds Heath Adams for a first down, and a few plays later, it's Keys keeping it himself and finishing the drive with a punishing 3-yard touchdown run. That put Harding up 21-6 just before halftime. Keys added a couple of touchdown passes and another TD run in the second half, and Harding Academy is headed to the Rock as Junction loses in the semifinals for a 3rd straight season. Final score, Harding Academy 41, Junction City 19. Next Saturday night at 6:30, War Memorial Stadium, it's Harding Academy against Danville for the Class 2A state championship. Mount Ida finishes the season at number 3, followed by Junction City. The rest of the Class 2A top 20 stays the same. Charleston won 12 games this year. So did Mineral Springs and Rison. Hughes is number 8. Then it's Barton and Hampton, which was probably the best 6-6 team this season. Hector starts at second 10. Then it's Bearden, Jesseville, Carlisle, and the Go Devils. Mark Tree finished the year with a 9-2 record. Then it's the Buckaroos, Des Arc, and Hazen from the 6AA, and the Elkins Elks, which won 10 games this year.
Now, the Arkansas Department of Higher Education's Spirit Student of the Week.
Rachel Riley is a determined young lady.
You know, I just want to do more with my life than just go to school 4 years.
She uses that determination to push herself to do her best and make something of her life.
My mom's a nurse, and, you know, I've went and I've watched them do cases and stuff. I love it.
But right now, she helps Newport's football team as the Greyhounds make another run through the playoffs.
Defense, take that ball away.
It's great. I love cheering for the Greyhounds, you know, just cheering them on. We make signs for them, and it's great. I love it.
Rachel's school spirit doesn't stop after Friday nights.
You're just involved with your school and doing stuff, and, you know, I mean, we make signs for them, we sell t-shirts for them, you know, we do all that.
Rachel is also involved in Student Council, National Honor Society, and she was picked as this year's homecoming queen.
It takes a lot of time. I don't know, I just fit in my schedule. It's hard. My mom pushes me. I mean, you know, like in cheerleading and stuff, she just wants me to do the best I can and, you know, be everything I can be.
On behalf of the Arkansas Department of Higher Education, we'd like to say congratulations, Spirit Scholars. We're proud of all the things that you do in your school, in your community, and working towards a bright future. Keep those grades up. Have a great year.
Thanks a lot, Kathy, and congratulations to Rachel Riley, our Spirit Student of the Week from Newport. Coming up next, more of Hooten's Arkansas football, our year-end highlight video. A look back at the past 15 weeks. Next. And welcome back to Hooten's Arkansas football. This year, 200 high schools fielded football teams. And over the past few months, over 1,000 games have been played between those 200 teams. And tonight, we'll take a look back at the past 14 weeks of the high school football season. And it all began back on September 2nd, Labor Day, in the Alltel Hootens.com Kickoff Classic.
The high school football season is underway as the Hootens.com Kickoff Classic has ushered in another round
Up front, they lined up, ran over us, and we knew they were going to be able to do that. I thought we were going to be able to move the football better, but every time we got something going, we turned it over, and whenever you turnovers will get you beat.
For us to be a very good football team, we had to play somebody extremely physical. That bunch was physical. They hit us hard. We hit them harder.
Men in every conference in the state of Arkansas, I don't care if you're 2A to 5A, one game is a conference championship game. It happens every year. This is it tonight.
They do not remember teams that just make it to the second round. And it's time to go. You're not playing for yourself. You're not playing for just the people in this room. You need to walk out, when you come out there and look at all the people that have come from Russellville. They're ready to see us play some football. Now let's go to work and let's play lights out tonight. Let's go to work.
Take it to him!
You stuck it to him and you won it!
This is our time of the year.
Check this out.